guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a products I regret buying video, or like product fail video, and I've been doing these ever since I started YouTube. I think it's really important to tell you guys like not only products that I love, which is what I do usually, but more so products that I don't like or products that didn't work for me, because I feel like I owe it to you guys, you know? I want you guys to know what is good and what is bad and what is worth buying and what is not worth buying, and I feel like these are the best videos to, you know, share that with you. So I just want to do a quick disclaimer though. I am not, you know, the end-all in opinion. These are just opinions of mine. These are products that personally did not work for me and my skin type. They just weren't products that I particularly liked, but that doesn't necessarily mean they won't work for you or they haven't worked for other people. So before we get started, I just want to remind you to hit the little red subscribe button down below to be part of my little YouTube family. It's super fun here. We do lots of amazing, you know, makeup type videos, beauty, lifestyle, DIY, fashion, pretty much anything girly you'll find here on this channel. So don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, that's it guys. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so my first product is actually something that I did a review on not a long time ago, summer of last year maybe, but it's the e.l.f. foundation palettes, and this I was really excited to try. This is just a little palette. It has all these different foundation shades, and this was not like a terrible product. It wasn't something that, you know, I hated or anything like that. The only downside to this palette that I noticed was you are not getting your money's worth. I used this product maybe 3 or 4 times, and in that time I hit pan on one of the foundations. And one of my biggest pet peeves of all time is not getting my money's worth out of products. I just can't stand it. I like to know that I'm getting my money's worth, and you know, when I spend money I'm gonna get a decent amount of product, you know what I mean? So that was the only disappointing thing about this product, is it just, you know, disappeared very quickly. And if you're going to be repurchasing this over and over, you know, it's going to start adding up. Even though e.l.f. is cheap, you know, it is going to add up if you have to purchase this a lot of times. Another thing that I didn't like is the color selection isn't different enough, because one of the reasons why I wanted this was because I wanted to use it for like contour and highlighting, and I didn't feel like the colors were contrasty enough to get that nice highlight and contour look. And then I also didn't feel like I could really like use the other colors for anything. It was like one shade worked for me, and that was pretty much all I could use in the palette. So that was my only downside to this, and I remember the coverage being really good, but it just wasn't worth the money in my opinion, I guess. Okay, so the next product is actually something that had its moment. It had its time on YouTube. I remember everybody was talking about this product for a while, and it's something that I just don't like very much, and it's the Lemonade by Benefit, and this is a correcting concealer. And one of my biggest pet peeves in makeup is when correcting concealers or corrector products in general are too light, because I feel like they don't work when they're too light. They're too pastel-y, and when you apply them to your face, you aren't getting the correcting qualities. You're getting more of like a pale, like pastel look on your eyes, and I don't feel like it corrects like it's supposed to, if that makes sense. So this is supposed to be kind of like an under eye concealer. It's supposed to correct your under eye circles, and I just feel like I get like a really pale pastel mask under my eyes, and because it's so light, it does absolutely nothing for my under eye circles. So that is the only downside to this. I feel like if they made this a little bit darker, like more of like a darker skin tone yellow, it would work a million times better. So if you have extremely pale skin, like super pale, this may work for you, but for a majority of people, this is just gonna look like you put like a white concealer under your eyes with like a yellow undertone. So not my favorite, and I wish they would make more of these in different shades. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is just such a random color to have, you know? I don't know. Okay, so my next product is the Physicians Formula, what is this called? Nude Wear Touch Up Glow Foundation, and I did a review on this as well. Now let's be honest, the packaging to this is adorable. Like, I am sold on packaging all the time. I actually have another product in here that sold me just by the packaging. So yeah, I'm kind of a sucker for that. But as far as the product went, it just wasn't very good, and I know a lot of people are going to be sold on this product due to packaging, so that's kind of why I wanted to throw this in here. Now, as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of the Youthful Wear Spotless Foundation by Physicians Formula. That's one of my favorites, and I tried that foundation before this one, and I thought this was going to be similar, and it kind of is a little bit similar as far as like how the consistency is and things like that. I feel like it is supposed to be a dewy foundation, you know, that's kind of how they sell it, but you get like a greasy look. You get the oily look, and it even feels oily on your skin. Do you know what I mean? Like you feel like you look oily. Like you want to set your face, or you want to use like a, you know, what is it called? The oil sheets on your face. So you're not getting the dewy look or the glowy look per se. You're getting more of like an oily look or a greasy look. So I really don't like it when foundations look like that. It kind of is one of my pet peeves. So this was definitely that. I feel like there's a lot of foundations out there that claim dewiness and give you more of a dewy look versus an oily look. So that was my thing with this, and the lasting power wasn't the most amazing thing in the world either. So, okay, next is something that's very recent, and you guys are probably gonna be like, interesting, because some people like this and some people don't like it, but I have my reasons for it. So it's the L'Oreal Lumi Cushion Foundation. And I'm gonna say this again in this video, just in case you're new to my channel. I was like super obsessed with the cushion foundations when I first tried them. And I am, like I said, one of those people that gets very sold on products easily if they're new, like if there's new concepts to them. Like I was really obsessed with the idea of the cushion foundation right off the bat, mostly because it was new to me, so I thought it was interesting, so I got really excited about them right off the bat. But I have to say, now that I've been using them for a while, I just feel like they're kind of a ripoff. For one, you're not getting very much product at all. This is 0.51 fluid ounces, so the amount of product you're getting inside is not much at all, plus these are pretty expensive as well. So as far as like money to product ratio, it just doesn't really add up like a bottle of foundation would. Another thing that I've noticed about this is it gives a very, very similar look to your skin as the L'Oreal Lumi Foundation in the bottle, which comes with way more product, and it gives a very, very similar look to the skin. Some people have even thought that they just used that same foundation for this. They just packaged it differently, which I don't know how true that is, but some people think that that's what happened. So yeah, and plus I don't really like how long it takes to apply these. I hate having to like pat it on my skin. I just feel like it takes forever, and I just don't have that kind of time in the morning. And some people even said, you know, you could take your beauty blender and dip your beauty blender in here and then use your beauty blender as if you were just applying a regular foundation. But if I'm gonna use the beauty blender, I would rather buy the foundation in a bottle that has more product in it for the price than just buy this to use a beauty blender with it. Do you know what I mean? Because the whole concept of these is to like, you know, have the sponge and, you know, do that whole thing. So I just don't think it's worth the money. I think you would be totally fine just buying the Lumi foundation in the bottle. Same exact kind of look to your skin, but you're getting more product, and I just think it is way more worth your money. Okay, so next is the Tarte Maracuja Bronzing Serum. And this is a serum that is supposed to like bronze your skin over time. Now, the reason I don't like this product and the reason why I stopped using it altogether is because it stinks, guys. Like, if you have ever gotten a spray tan, and I used to do spray tans in the salon like forever ago, I remember I couldn't handle the smell. I remember always wanting to like shower like the second I got done with like a spray tan because the smell just bothers me so bad. And that is exactly what this smells like. When I wear this, I feel like I want to douse myself in perfume because the smell is so strong and just so like not appealing. And as far as like how well the product worked, I didn't really notice too much of a difference, especially because it stunk so bad. I was like, is it worth it? Not really. You know what I mean? So yeah. And you guys know me, I'm very sensitive to smell. Like, if I like the smell of a product, I will be obsessed with that product until the day that I die, because the smell of a product honestly sells me like crazy. So if you don't like the smell of like fresh spray tan, you're not gonna like that. Okay, next is two products actually by the same brand, and I've been really experimenting with this brand lately because they have some really cool products and they've really stepped up their game lately, which I love. I love it when products step up their game, or companies, I guess, step up their game in the makeup department. Like, it's just, they're trying a little bit harder, they're making some cool products, and that's LA Girl. Now, I picked up these two products here. This is the LA Girl Blush Collection, and this is in the pinky palette right here, pinky. And this is just like a highlight bronzer palette with blushes. So the thing about this that I don't like is how chalky it is and how powdery it looks on your skin. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed the difference between like a MAC blush and how it's basically just like pure pigment going onto your cheeks versus something like this where it almost has like that white chalky undertone under it that like shows when you apply it to your cheek. Do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like chalky. That's totally how this is. A lot of times when I use this, I have to spray like a finishing spray to my face just so I can get rid of that chalky, powdery look to my skin. When products do have that chalky vibe to them, they tend not to be as pigmented. So that's the only thing I don't like about this. I just don't like how it looks on the skin. So yeah, I just wouldn't purchase it. And then this is the LA Girl Smoky Eyeshadow Collection, and this is just like a palette of smoky shades. And this, the thing I don't like about this, and I don't like eyeshadows like this in any brand, but they're super muddy and they blend together. And e.l.f. eyeshadows, in my opinion, do this too. Like literally I could use any color in this palette and it would look the same. Like when I try to do a cohesive like eye with this, I feel like it just looks like I put like gray all over my eye and then like darker gray in the outer corner. You know, it just kind of blends together, looks muddy, and you don't get really prominent colors with any of these, really. It just doesn't look good. They're not that pigmented. They're pretty sheer. Like, yeah, super sheer. Like this here is so sheer. Just not the best palette. I mean, you could get away with using this and you'd be fine. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of palettes out there that you're gonna like more than this. You're gonna get more color payoff, you're gonna get more pigmentation, and you're not gonna get that muddy look all over your eye. So that's why I don't like this, and I probably wouldn't purchase any more. They had like a neutral one and stuff like that, but I'll definitely pass on these in the future just because I don't think that they're worth the money. So that is it, guys, for this video. I hope it was kind of helpful. I hope you found some products that maybe you'll think twice about. Let me know in the comments below if you completely 100% disagree with me on any of these products. I'm curious because, like I said, these videos are completely based on opinions, and that's the beauty of YouTube, is everyone has their own opinions. So yeah, guys, that's it, and I hope to see you guys around in future videos. If you're new here, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!